No, I reject that totally.
So you gave evidence in November that once a decision was made to hold an inquiry, you would have immediately told the minister. Which minister, do you recall making that statement? I can direct you to the page and paragraph if you need to. Page 87, paragraph 4, the end of the paragraph.
I have clarified all of these matters in my letter to the chair of this committee on the 10th of December, and I refer you to that evidence which sets out the dates and information very, very clearly and accurately, and it's supported by all of the documents.
Thank you for that. Would you refresh your memory from that paragraph? I would have immediately told the minister.
Chair.
I can only...
Chair.
No, I'm entitled
Point
to
of
ask
order.
the
Point of order.
question.
This is really, well, it's 4 o'clock and Senator O'Sullivan continues to badger the witness.
What's your point of order?
My point of order is this question has been asked and answered. She's entitled to answer as she
You asked
sees
Mr
fit.
Moratis the same question about 10 times, Senator Watson.
Senator Brandis, you're correct, but not helpful. That is my ruling. There's no point of order. Senator
Thank you.
O'Sullivan.
So, Professor,
She can hold her
have you
ground.
refreshed your memory from the
She doesn't have to
transcript?
answer the way you want her to.
I would have immediately told the minister.
The record has been corrected in my letter of the 10th of December, and that is an accurate statement of the circumstances.
Well, let me ask the question differently. Have you read that passage of the transcript from November?
I'm not exactly sure which passage you're referring
The
to.
one, well, I've clearly referred you to it. So go to paragraph 4, if you'd be kind enough.
Which
In fact,
page,
it's the-
which page are you on?
I'm on page 87, Professor, where I indicated to you before I was.
You don't have to be so rude.
Oh, look, there's a strategy here and I'm not going to bend to it. So in the second answer, where Professor Triggs... Would you just refresh your memory from the last part? I would have immediately told the minister.
He's got about a minute.
Senator, if I may, the document provided by the President dated the 10th of December indicates that the Commission informed... The President informally...
My question, I'm sorry, Mrs O'Brien, this is the fifth
Point of
time
order, Chair.
today.
Point
My
of order,
question
Chair.
is
Point
to...
of order,
My
Chair.
question,
Point of
Professor
order, Chair.
Triggs,
Point
have
of
you got
order,
page
Chair.
87 of
Point
the
of
transcript?
order, Chair. The witness should not be interrupted and berated by the senator in this way. He should stop bullying people.
Oh, dear, dear
Stop
Penny.
bullying them.
Settle down.
Yeah,
Senator
well,
Wong,
I'm not going to settle down.
Senator
you ought
Wong,
to stop bullying them.
there is no point of order. There was a question asked of Professor Triggs, not of Ms O'Brien.
I understand
If
why they're avoiding
Senator
the question.
O'Sullivan had have wanted Ms O'Brien to answer, he would have directed the question to her.
Well,
He hasn't done that, and so... did you get an answer from Professor Triggs?
No,
Yes,
but
he
I'll
did.
help them all.
It wasn't the one
Professor
he
Triggs,
wanted.
do you have page 87 of the transcript of November open in front of you?
I do.
All right. Can you see the second entry that where your name appears before it? So the first entry says Professor Triggs, the second one says Professor Triggs. Do you have focus on that entry?
I can read that, yes, indeed.
Right. Would you follow that to the end of the entry, the end of the paragraph? Can you see the words, I would have immediately told the minister?
Yes, as I said, I can.
Let me give you a minute now to read it in the context of your answer, because it relates to once any decision was made to hold an inquiry. I would have immediately told the minister.
Is that I'm not sure what your question
Oh,
is.
it's coming, Professor Triggs.
I think it'd be very helpful
Did
if
you
you were to provide
immediately
me with
tell?
a question.
Did you immediately tell the minister once your decision was made to hold the inquiry?
The answer is that he was told before, and that is set out in my letter of the 10th of December.
The minister was told that you had made a decision to hold the inquiry before you made a decision to hold the inquiry.
No, yes, we made what we did was we gave first a notification. As this is all in front of you, and I've given you this evidence on several occasions, and it's on the letter of the 10th of December. It's very clear.
Answer the question now.
Well, then I'm reading then from what I've
Yes,
already
good.
provided you
Good,
with.
please.
And if I can direct you to page 2 of that letter, and it's the second paragraph. If you are with me,
What's the
then we can.
reference on that? Is it? It was in the...
Well,
It was the letter of the 10th of December, 2014,
we are
to the Senate.
over time.
And you'll
but-
see in the second paragraph that I have given you a very precise answer to that question, and it documents and makes clear that what I've said is strictly accurate.
When was this tabled?
Well,
could I have that?
I'm sorry if you haven't read this letter, but it does seem that many of the critical documents have not been read.
When did you tender this?
This was written on the 10th of December. This is part of the process.
She's referred to it a number of times.
Because you're a senator, so
You wouldn't let her.
you have the letter. I'm sorry if you haven't read it yet, but
Where
if
would
you were
I
able
have
to-
the letter,
not reading
Professor
because it's
Triggs?
been,
Professor Triggs tried to table this letter this morning and you said she couldn't.
Well,
no, this
just-
was
this, as I understand, this letter was sent to the Secretariat,
Yeah.
was it?
Yes.
When was it? When did the Secretariat receive it? In the last couple of days, I understand.
no.
Last year.
The 10th. I've repeated this date several times. It's the 10th of December.
Yes, several.
It seems that you've not read it,
What you actually say, Professor.
but that is the critical letter in which absolute clarification is made, and indeed clarifying the answers that I gave in the
So
previous
saying your
November.
original answer was wrong, and this
No,
is the truth. Okay.
Senator MacDonald, you have again, I'm afraid, misunderstood the letter, and I suggest that you read it along with the report.
I've
We
indicated
were
why
very,
I'm not
very
bothering
clear.
with the report,
But how
but-
can you know that the
Well,
report is not worth reading if you haven't read it?
Well,
Or even read the foreword or the first chapter?
Well, I've seen excerpts of it that is so inaccurate as to
Well,
make me think that the rest of it wouldn't be worth reading.
Well,
but
it's a very unfortunate
look,
position to take, but
well,
I would like to
is,
reiterate that
but-
we have provided this letter on the 10th of December, and I very much had hoped that the members of this Senate committee
Well,
would
I
have been
haven't-
given
No.
that letter and to have read it so that they were aware before they came to this meeting of the precise information and documentation that we've spent a great deal of time and resources preparing for you at your request.
Okay, thank you,
Apologies,
Professor Triggs.
Triggs. I only care about
Senator
bullying.
O'Sullivan, unfortunately, your time is finished.
I'll come back
to come back to it at a later time. We'll now break until 4:30 for afternoon tea.